Hey guys, it's Mo Trading, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. Essentially we're just going to be doing some chart analysis, seeing where the price is going, see what's going on. So yeah, currently Bitcoin is 46.9k. It was at 60k, I think almost at 70k. If you look, all time high was about, I think it's right up here. But yeah, it's pretty much, where is it, all time high? I don't know, but I think it was near enough 70k. 660. Well, let me just check. So before we get straight into the analysis, let me just quickly check. So about 68.9. So yeah, near enough 70k. But as you can see in the weekly, it respected my zone. This zone has respected it. I think it came back to touch it. On the daily, we can see we're in a bearish flag. As you can see, bearish flag, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we're in a temporary downtrend. As you can see, lower, so basically lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then lower low. So yeah, that's what you can see. Let me just quickly Command Z, remove all that. But if we go drop onto the 4 hour, we can clearly see it more in more depth, as you could say. If you know Wyckoff, this essentially, I think we're in an accumulation phase. Let me just quickly analyze. There's a box. Okay, great. Let me just quickly remove the fill. So yeah, essentially we're in our box. We're just consolidating. As you can see, I think this liquidity is going to be taken out. If we draw Fibonacci on, let me draw Fibonacci retracement from this high to this low. You can clearly see that this is a retracement zone. That's like essentially a zone of resistance. So from this zone, I would be expecting a touch up here or even a break above, just to grab that trend line liquidity. Upon that, let me just quickly delete this Fibonacci retracement. So yeah, we could just essentially draw this on. Okay, what's going on here? Yep, let me just quickly. So this is essentially resistance, and then this is another resistance, and this is another resistance. Once we break above all three, I have high hopes that it will touch this zone. So if we draw Fibonacci from there, let's see what it's saying. Fibonacci from there all the way to the bottom, and yeah, as you can see, this whole zone is a retracement zone. This is how I would say it as traders. People would have placed this here, would have put an entry upon this one, and now waiting for a lower low to occur. But me looking on the weekly, I'm very bullish on the weekly. As you can see, we just made a little retracement to this last bullish candle, and then essentially daily I refined it down to this candle, and now I think we're just in a consolidation effect. We're just gonna have to wait until the Wyckoff accumulation is completed. Once this happens, then we could see a breakout of this accumulation zone and potentially make new highs, or even make a new all-time high, which is above 70k. But obviously people would have definitely traded this. As you can see, head and shoulders, as people would say. Head being there and this left shoulder and the right shoulder, that would have been dump. But yeah, you can see a break of structure within this zone. You can see liquidity up on this. There's a lot of liquidity that needs to be taken out. If we drop onto the 4 hour, the 4 hour is telling us that there's a lot of liquidity based upon this. If you're wondering why I don't use any indicators, it's because of the fact that it is not essentially is lagged. So in different time zones, in different time frames, it will essentially say something else. I don't use them as I don't find them effective, so yeah. But in my opinion, I feel like if, let me delete this, if we can get a break in this box within this accumulation phase, let me get an arrow real quick. So if we can get so if it respects the zone, hopefully it does, and we get a break past this, takes this liquidity out, we could essentially be looking at another bullish move, because I don't know how to draw these bear flags, bull flags, as I don't trade them. So yeah, you can see traders looking at it at this as a little bearish flag, or a bullish flag. I don't know how it is, how they draw it, but yeah, that's essentially how the retail traders would do it. But if you're a real trader and you know about liquidity and stuff, so you will know how it happens. How would I enter based upon this? If you drop down to the 1 hour, you could possibly see these phases more often. See, let me exit this. So yeah, on the 1 hour you can see that it's just break. Should we just quickly analyze this? Let me see this. So as you can see, this is what essentially made the low. So from this, you can see that there's a break of structure from here, and you can see another break of structure upon this one. So 2 break of structures, and then a retracement back. So if you were trading this, you could have essentially just done this, entered upon this. This is based off my forex trading. This is how I trade on forex. So essentially what I would have done is just placed a buy order here, place a stop loss a few pips below, and essentially targeting new highs. Past this high, obviously, as we're on a new trend. So as you can see, we made another bullish and the break of structure upon this. That would have been a good trade actually so yeah, let me just quickly jump back in. Let me just analyze this. Break of structure, break of structure, break of structure, break of structure. So yeah, you can see on the hourly how much potential it is you can gain from this. Yep. So if you want another opportunity within the market tomorrow, you could possibly trade upon one of these. We'll see what happens. Let me just place this. Essentially, see what happens. In fact, that's okay actually, at reasonable. So yeah, you can essentially highlight this as a low, a high, because it broke structure. We might consider this as an breaking any structure, and then we consider this a low because it didn't break this low, and then you can consider this as a high. And in order for me to consider this as a downtrend, it would have to break below this. So yeah, we just have to wait. But if we drop further, you could analyze this even more. Essentially, you get bear entry upon this. If you wanted to, depends on how of a trader you are, you could essentially just lower this up to this candle. So essentially, you get a bear entry. Essentially, that's how it is. I would have done this, see what happens. Essentially, hopefully the market goes up, but with all these confluences and stuff, as you can see, we almost had a break. I think we did have a break structure. We just took out that liquidity zone. So yeah, this would have been a key area for resistance as well. So you could have caught the sell as well upon this. So yeah, that's how it is. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers. And peace.